What if the universe has no inherent meaning, and that's actually okay? Absurdism and optimistic nihilism both start at the same place, but they offer two very different responses and mindsets to this question. In this video, we'll explore what each one really means, in the most simplistic way, and what they can teach us about ways to live. A quick mindset check before we start. This is only to explain the differences for those who kept asking me. If you're here because you want to rewire your mind, take the parts that can help you grow, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. When our mind feels dark, it's easy to walk down a path of destruction. But strength comes from integration, knowing your capacity for anger, despair, or destruction, and channeling it instead into goals, creativity, living, and respectfully thriving. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the difference between these philosophies. Absurdism, as articulated by Albert Camus, explores the tension between two opposing forces: our deep human need to find meaning, and the universe's total indifference to that need. Camus believed this contradiction was not something to be solved, but something to be faced. When confronted with the absurd, many people try to escape it. Some give up and check out. Others take a leap of faith into religion or ideology, and seeking comfort in answers that can't be proven. But Camus rejected both of these escapes. Instead, he offered a third way: to embrace the absurd without trying to escape it, but to defy it and laugh in the face of it, to live to the fullest because of it. This means living with revolt, freedom, and passion. To Camus, the most honest and courageous act is to live life authentically and freely, finding joy, despite the lack of meaning. To rebel, not by giving in or chasing false hope, but by embracing life with lucidity and rebellion. Camus compared this to Sisyphus, condemned to push a boulder up a mountain for eternity. The task is meaningless, yet Sisyphus continues, not because he imagines there's some secret meaning, but because he refuses to surrender, refusing to give satisfaction to the gods who condemned him, and finds joy in the act itself. Optimistic nihilism begins at a similar point. There is no inherent meaning. But rather than resist this truth, it celebrates the freedom it offers. If the universe doesn't impose purpose on us, that means we're not bound by cosmic obligations. You can live lightly, without the weight of needing everything to matter. It's a more constructive response than traditional nihilism, which often collapses into apathy or despair. Optimistic nihilism says, if nothing matters, then you're free to live without tension, existential burdens, or despair. Both absurdism and optimistic nihilism reject the idea of inherent meaning, but absurdism lives inside the tension. It's about holding space for the contradiction and refusing easy answers or resolution. Optimistic nihilism, on the other hand, sees the absence of meaning as a source of liberation rather than tension, like letting go of a heavy backpack instead of wrestling with it. Absurdism is the defiance of the rebel. Optimistic nihilism is unburdened in acceptance. The universe may not hand you purpose or meaning, and yet you can still live to the fullest. Whether you resonate with the fiery rebellion of absurdism or the liberation of optimistic nihilism, both point to the same thing. Live deliberately. Then what's the difference between optimistic nihilism and existentialism? That will be in the next video. But for now, which of these two philosophies speaks more to you? Have you combined it with another, or do you prefer another one entirely?